Yeah. Just get out and then just kind of force it out. And I mean, maybe you can isolate him and maybe he just gets out of position. But no small feat. We're gonna have to see how that one plays out. I believe it's gonna be it's gonna be the Arashi Musashi. Oh, I'm rhyming. I'm a poet. I didn't even know
All right, Mr. Rapper.
it. Yeah, but it looks like okay. The Byron pickup, nice little 1-2 combination. With the Musashi, and then plus you have the Mai on cleanup duty with a lot of burst with those Kachusins. It could be a very aggressive lineup by Scars here.
Yeah, the dive potential is pretty heavy, right? And they have a lot of cover fire in the form of Huozi with the Cannon Blast. So I like this draft coming out from Scars, but it's not all said and done yet because Nongshim, they still have the final 2 picks. So let's see what they're going to have.
All right, Kaiser to kind of just tank it, and then the Mayin, a little bit more melee control. It just provides a little bit more meat for Nongshim. I kind of dig it there.
Yes, and Scar's going to round up the draft with the Marco Polo. We have seen some very good performances coming out from Siri as well. So let's see if this is going to be the change that rounds up the draft and hopefully put the Shin in to Nongshim.
Oh, I thought you were going to go with Shin Ramen. Oh, I'm just hungry. Okay. I would have gone a completely different direction, but I think it's my belly talking and not my brain. But we're going to go into this one. The players are happy. They're going to get locked and loaded and good to go. There's going to be, again, there's still a lot going on for this game, right? There's a lot more than just honor and respect in this one. It's just making a statement. These are two teams that we're going to see time and time again. We're going to see them, they continue their journey. This is not the end, although it might end after today, but they're going to have more tournaments to go.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I'm pretty sure both of these teams have scrimmed against each other pretty frequently.
Yeah, it looks like, okay, Illusion all by himself in the mid lane. ASD just continuing to just step out there with Ochik, just kind of supporting him here.
Yep, successful steal there for ASD.
Yeah, ASD, nice little burst ramp. ASD.
Not going to have much at this point, right? It really is just Scars trying to poke out and find some opening to stifle the growth.
Yeah, Zenz is all by himself. He's going to be left alone. Siri's just going to have to make the rotation now. But, all right, who do you think has the better draft?
I think at this point, it's I pretty much prefer Scars. They do have good control, good burst of damage as well. The only thing that kind of limits this is maybe Invincible Warrior and maybe Kyung coming in with the catch with whatever.
Yeah, and I know teams like to pick the Kaiser, and they've done it, to potentially counter the Musashi, but, I mean, tanking is one thing and having that Invincible Warrior, but you're not really doing any damage. You're just getting punched in the face a lot. I don't know if that's the greatest hero for me.
Yeah, they're putting a lot of emphasis onto the series here, right? And Invincible Warrior going to be popped out by Haku. He's going to chase into Arashi. Arashi falling low, 1-on-1. Unfair fight, 2-on-1. And once again, Haku in peril state. He's going to try and run away, but the first blood goes to Scars, and they take the win here.
Yeah, Invisible Warrior actually wore off, and he became the Destructible Warrior. I was going to say Uninvincible Warrior.
Oh, nonetheless, overstepping their boundaries, instantly equalized here. Siri gets the kill for this, and Nongshim recover 1-1.
Yeah, they traded back. ASD, again, it's one of those things where, okay, you got first blood, and then you're like, they're down a player. We can just go steal some boars, but you got to worry about the rest of them. It's still very low, or everybody's very low, and they're easily killable at this point and somewhat vulnerable. And ASD, man, you need to stay alive and you need to keep farming.
Yep, at this point, Ochik, he's trying to set up the stage for his farm lane, but Shin's unable to get that Resplendent Revolver down because it's not that easy to aim, honestly.
Yeah, it's not the easiest, but I think Shen's is up for the task, so to speak. Ochik taking a lot of damage here, but Arashi waiting in the wings, might actually go for the ambush, but he's been spotted out.
Yep. Not gonna drop down that Fever Barrage just yet, right? Not under the turret at least. And looks like both teams pretty close by in terms of farm. Slight lead towards Scars.
Yeah, slight lead, and it looks like they're going to be a little bit of a rotation here from Rilver. He's going to make his way into the mid lane. He might catch somebody out. Kyung is going to get to the top lane and be like, hey, where's everyone? I'm all by myself.
Yeah, it is going to be privacy, right? Utmost importance at this point.
Rilver.
Yeah, but
forcing comeback.
At this point, I feel like, Kyung, he's going to do a good job of maintaining his wave. But once again, Arashi very aggressive with the movement.
Yeah, aggressive, but now, okay, they're looking to invade the enemy jungle. This is going to be uncomfortable if you're Nongshim here.
I don't know about you. I feel like Scars is playing with a little bit more confidence than usual.
Yeah. No, this is it. When you have no fear, you can just play your game, right? And I think that we haven't really seen too much of Scars doing that. I think that the pressure has kind of gotten to them where they're not really that comfortable. This is the best we've seen Scars play since game 1 of match 1 against Fearless Esports yesterday.
Yeah, we'll see. Opening available, but the stop comes in. So many stuns coming down. It will be Haku who secures that Tyrant for themselves. Everyone's falling low, but Arashi, he needs to run away. At this point, it's going to be a good kill coming in. Juns gets more farm for himself, but the backup has come in. Here comes the Infinite Vastness trying to run away. Flash committed by Siri as well. It's 2 kills for 1 on the side of Nongshim. And at this point, Scars once again establish a good lead.
Yeah, Ochik with the clutch cannon blast, saving Arashi. Haku was then caught out because he couldn't catch up, and then he ended up getting killed for that one. So that's a nice little team fight, a good skirmish for Scars, ensuring that they did get that one and kept Arashi alive, which is the biggest thing going into the mid game here.
Yep, and best of all, Juns didn't die, and now he's at 3.4 thousand, gets the Spark Force Dagger as well. On his way towards that Doomsday, that is gonna be quite the pain against Faye.
Yeah, it's definitely going to help out. I mean, Faye right now is super tanky right now. Just kind of annoying to deal with. ASD in the river, just waiting for the right target, looking for that ambush. Not able to really find anything at this moment. Siri right now, who's been pretty good with this Loom throughout the day today. Still 1-0-0, highest on the team in terms of net worth with 3,300.
Yep, and now we're going to see Ochik come in to support his farm lane as well. If he can get the stuns onto any one of the members on the side of the farm lane, it's going to be quite big.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be big. Faye scouting it out. So Scars right now doing a good job of just kind of, look at ASD sticking around. I think he might have been sticking around a little too long because he didn't really get much in terms of, farm. And he's going to make his way back to the mid lane. And Haku and Arashi, that's the matchup to watch. Level 9, level 10.
Yeah, good lead, right, for Arashi. This is one of the few times he's taking a lead. Now, Haku does see that the Tusk Forests are open, and he's probably going to go for that.
Yeah, that will help him out. Look at River making his way into the mid lane again. Haku, he just sticking around in that mid lane, and Nongshim right now playing up a little bit more passively. Invisible Warrior.
Yeah, Haku, he is caught in the middle of 4 though. I don't think this is the best time to really just go in. At this point, ASD looking for an opening. Can he get up the Ryu engine? He's looking for the knockup. Will commit. Will not finish the job though. Right now is overstepping of boundaries, and this could be the punishment, and it is going to be the duel to the death committed, but it's a punishment that is landed by Kyung. Here comes the stun as well. The turnaround, they're all falling low on the side of Nongshim. Can they get the kill? Will not. In fact, Rilva oversteps and gets taken out. No, not enough damage. Haku makes it out with a sliver of health. So does Rilva.
Oh, Arashi used the duel to the death. Little did he know it was going to be his own death. He goes in 1 versus 4 into the heart of the enemy team. Scars not really able to back him up, not really able to do too much. But through it all, not the worst thing in the world. I mean, this net worth has kind of shifted a bit in favor of Nongshim in that sense of catching back up. And that gold graph shows it as such.
Yeah.
The experience graph.
But, Juns now does have the Doomsday, and that was a nice Kachosen there. Not really hitting the mark to kill, but it's going to push him back into the fountain. So Illusion might be having some trouble with the waves in the mid.
Yeah, and I mean, it was the counter pick that, Scars wanted, right? They wanted the Mai against the Lady Jun pickup, and they're playing it. They like the lane matchup, and the Kachusins, as you were saying, rightly so, does a ton of damage if they're able to hit in the top lane.
1 under the turret. There is no invincibility that's going to save you from that. It's going to be a quick kill for Arashi. And now, Scars may be looking to put more pressure across the map.
Yeah, pushing it out, getting that gank. That's a great start for Scars right there. That was a good kill. They've rotated into the mid lane, but through it all, Rover continuing to push in the top lane. This is what he likes to do, where he's just like left uncontested, doesn't have to deal with it. As long as Scars is playing safe, they're going to get some extra gold as that top T2 goes down.
Now, this is the Rilva we've been waiting and expecting for days now. And finally, he's going to show up in the last game in the last series here as Haku starts working on that Tyrant. But here comes the rest of Scars. They're going for it. They will get the kill onto the Tyrant, but can they make it out safely? At this point, Rilver, he's looking for an opening. Will force them all back. Infinite Vastness going to be landed down on the backlines towards the back of the T1. Nice stun, but they make it out. So Nongshim Red Force, they squeeze out a little bit of advantage for themselves.
A little bit, and that's kind of what you want. Siri, I thought, was a little out of position, but then I totally forgot that he's on the Lung, and he's got that get out of jail free card and that dragon. He did take that ride up, and that provides a little bit of space, right? Scars had been pushing, but they didn't get really much out of it, and through it all, Kyung is going to take that top T1. So Nongshim making moves across the map and surviving, and just trying to extend things to create space elsewhere.
Yep, they're trying to wrestle control back into their hands here. It is going to be the Crimson Buff that is of the object of choice. And Siri gets it. And now this is a horrible position. ASD, he's going to run. He's going to leave his class laner to die there. Rilver takes the fall, but can they make a difference here? The trades do come in on the top lane. There is some pressure, but at this point, Haku manages to stifle that, puts a stop and stem the bleeding in the mid lane.
Yeah, stemming the bleeding, but Scars kind of putting Rilver in a bad spot. If you're up, you don't want to die unnecessarily. Obviously, he did get caught out, but it's a little unfortunate. You don't want to give Nongshim any chances to get back in this game, and it seems like they're doing that, which is a little unfortunate for Scars. Yes, they still have that lead, but again, you got to play a little bit more cautiously so that you protect that lead.
Yep, right now the shadow versions of the objectives are going to be apparent and spawn as well. This time it's going to be a hard fight. Siri falling to about half his health. Jones is already back to full. He is ready to let down that Fever Barrage as well. On the back lines, they will catch out Rilver. He's very, very low on health. Tyrant is going to be reset, and this looks like the perfect setting for a major team fight. ASD, he's hiding in the bush, waiting for that opportunity to strike right now. Rilver one-on-one as Jones looks to support him, but Rilver gets caught out. It's 3 members on him, but the surprise check-in, that's going to get the kill on the illusion. At this point, it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade-out. It's going to be a clash lane for the mid. And right now, Haku, he has eyes on a Tyrant, but Arashi's not going to let him near as well as ASD. Falling low. Ooh, he's going to get the steal. A lot of damage laid down by Chuns. Will be landing the Fever Barrage, a huge one. The bullets spray in, and it's going to be Scars. They take the huge win in this fight. They take control. Can they get the kill on the Haku? That would be massive for them. They will not, but at this point, it's map control maximum for the side of Scars.
Yeah, not a bad fight. Scars, I thought, they were kind of spread out throughout, but it looked like Rilver was actually just the bait. The real fight was going around trying to find Illusion. They did find him out. Set it up by ASD, again, being very patient, just hiding in those bushes for quite some time. Did get the pick off. Scars ended up kind of winning out on that team fight overall, so a pretty good fight, and it might even set them up for that Tyrant, but it looks like they're going to leave it open.
Yep, at this point, it's a 2k goalie, right? And once again, neutral objectives, they're open up for the cake. So Shadow Overlord, Shadow Tyrant, it is up for them to pick. Ochik, though, a bit low on mana, so this is a small concern for the side of Scars.
Yeah, a little on that. I mean, he's just been throwing out Cannon Blast after Cannon Blast. He's out of mana. It's eventually going to happen as a roamer, especially with moats, until you get some items where mana later doesn't really become an issue. But he's kind of just chipping away, right? Again, this is the fight around that Tyrant. ASD is looking for the flank the long way around. Is he able to find him? But it looks like the fight's on.
Yep, they will reset the Tyrant at this point. Arashi getting chased down. He's left alone against 2 here. Haku and Faye gonna chase him down. Blood Rage gonna be committed as well, but he might not have enough damage. Should be taken out. It will be a quick kill. Haku with the Invincible Warrior now able to reset himself, get some growth on the health. They lose 3 on the side of Scars, and Nongshim Red Force take back control.
All right, this is one of those things where we're like, okay, we're gonna have a house party, but then you meet up at like 7 p.m. and then ASD's like, yeah, I'll be there. But then he comes at like 9 p.m. right? That was kind of what was happening because he was going the long way around. The party was already happening. They were taking the team fight 4 versus 5. It was a tough situation for them to continue to try to fight because they were trying to bait them out and put them in the right position. But ASD was nowhere nearby to actually contribute to that fight. If he was up front and he was sticking together with a team, they would have much more success. ASD needs to stick with the team and not worry so much about the flanks.
Yeah, I agree with that. At the same time, they also need to make sure that Sun does not take too much damage. He has the damage now. He has the Daybreaker, Doomsday with the Spark Force Dagger as well. He needs room.
He definitely need room. I mean, this is going to be it. It looks like Nongshim not scared. Oh,
Yep.
the Trevor Smash, so good.
They dive under the back towers as well. What a kick by the Manyin. Kyung here just dealing the damage, and instantly they take out Jins and Ochik. That's a lot of damage taken away from the Scars lineup.
Yeah, a lot of damage here, and Nongshim now in control. They've turned this game around. It was, again, that transition to the mid game. Some not great decisions by Scars, and now it looks like they're on the defensive side. This is going to be tough if you're a Scars fan.
Yep, Arashi now unable to clear that mid lane, which means it's going to be opened up. They should be able to take this T2 if there's no more pressure coming in. On the top, they get another kill onto Rilva. Arashi diving in to try and get the revenge kill. Will not do so because he's going to get taken out. It's 3 members, 4 down on the side of Scars as Nongshim Red Force just enforce their will here. They will have openings such as the Overlord available to them right now.
Oof, 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 oof. Tough situation for Scars right now. Getting caught out, being pushed back. Now, again, 5K in favor of Nongshim. They've just completely taken over the game. The gold graph says as much as well. Turned it around. That one tipping point, that one fight near the Tyrant's bottom. It was just that one opportunity where you're just kind of throwing some of the gold in favor of Nongshim, and they know what to do with the lead, and now you're on the defenses. This is very tough as Scars.
Yep, that's right. And take a look at what's happening here. All they have to do is to make sure they don't lose sense. Once again, he's going to use his roaming gun to get out, but it's a tower. T2 on the bot, taken for the side of Nongshim.
Yeah, just for that, they're pushing it across. The Flaming Palms just doing a lot of work from Siri as well. Oh, but Fever Brush?
Yep, not going to work too much. Out of range, unfortunately. And that's going to be one ultimate wasted for the side of Scars. Didn't really hit the mark, and right now, Nongshim, they have the opening to try for more.
Yeah, that looked like one of my favorite barrages. Not good, in a bad spot, missing everybody, and then just canceled early because it's like, oh, for shame.
Yep, Kyung looking for an opening there. Right now, it's 2 lanes being threatened, and at this point, T3 on the bot will be taken down. Structural damage imminent for the side of Scars.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to back off here. This is the smart play. Just deal with the minions. You're in full control now. You have nothing to rush. You've taken the top and the bottom T3, so things are wide open. Scars right now have to just regroup, defend, figure out some sort of way to deal with these Vanguards as they look to get back in this game.
Yeah, at this point, Illusion actually not going for the Venomous Staff, right? He doesn't even care about the heals. He's going more for Twilight Stream. He wants the armor shred.
Yeah, that, I mean, definitely will help out, right? I think you'll just burn them, you just blow them up, you give yourself a chance in that sense. But okay, Nongshim looking to push out. The Tyrant is going to be back in about 2 seconds. They're just probably going to push out the lanes one last time before they do focus on that one. But you know, Nongshim right now just map control, right? It just choking them out.
Yeah, for sure. At the same time, the positioning has been on point, right? Because they haven't exactly allowed Jins that opening for the Fever Barrage at any point of time. You can see the last attempt there, just slightly out of reach for Jins.
Yeah, slightly out, not able to do anything. Cannon Blast just being swung left and right, just trying to force the issue. Maybe you get lucky, if anything, just to push people back. Because again, Nongshim, they're just waiting for the next minion wave, right? Kyung is going to push out the top one, which is again wide open. Scars just trying to hold on, just, you know, all 5 of them sticking in their base.
Yep, they have to, right? This is the only opening available defensive structure there, and another free hit with the Flaming Palms means the T3 in the mid probably just going to go down in time.
Yeah, it's going to be going down, but they don't have minions, so they can't actually force it. If Scars, if anything, they've got some pretty decent wave clear. They've been dealing with it. But again, the Flaming Palms just chipping away slowly but surely. It's just it's a patience game, I would say, for Nongshim. They don't need to go overcommit, so to speak. Arashi, on the other hand, went in for a bit.
Yep, demolition expert for sure. Now the base is wide open. It is going to be Nongshim Red Force to get the stuns. Will not happen. Arashi gets taken out a rampage as Nongshim Red Force, they enforce what they want to happen. Think inside the box is going to be committed by Ochik, but it's too little, too late as the crystal falls and Nongshim take game number 1.
That was a really good game by Nongshim. Just the fact that they were able to catch back up, figure out how to get back into this one. But Scars, again, they had a lead. That's a good thing, right? I think that if we're talking about,